Hello, my name is Zed, welcome to the Shovel Warehouse, and today we are going along with Disney's Cinderella for some magical dreams. Won't that be wonderful for us all? Alright, we'll start a new game. Yes, new game. Oh, look at that, top quality video encoding with actual footage from the film, fed through a Game Boy Advance, and encoded at the lowest bitrate possible, somewhere in the single digits. So there's what I assume is a castle, and here is what I can only assume is some nightmarish hellscape, and there's some sort of yellow stain. I don't really want to think about what that is. And here we are in a house, where there are feet. Careful those of you with a foot fetish. And here we go again, more footage from the film. Kind of. It reminds me a lot of when I first got the internet and I used it to download... What is this? Okay, we're Cinderella. Yeah, I'd use the internet to download really short clips from like the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z. And it'd always be like using the real media, real video codec. Remember that? That's kind of what this puts me in mind of, watching Gohan turn Super Saiyan 2 in Japanese. Oh, we can go into the barn. Feed the horse to open the gate. That's a pretty standard mechanic there, that happens all the time. You can't open a gate unless the horse has been fed. See, this doesn't strike me... Then again, it seems a bit odd to me to have a game based on Cinderella in the first place, because it doesn't strike me as the most video game friendly adaptation to make, particularly. Doesn't she just kind of get abused by her family? And then she goes to a dance, and then a man makes everything okay. In possibly one of the most misogynistic classical stories of all time. Yeah, we're getting social justice on it now. I'm kidding, by the way. That was a joke. Please don't take to Twitter and start bashing me one way or the other. So we have to... What is that? See, I don't mind in a game if you give me stuff to collect. That's fine. I'm all about that. You know, I played Banjo-Kazooie. I love collectathons. I would sit and collect things all day long if you let me. But I do tend to like to know why I'm collecting them. Like, we've got roses. I don't know what the roses do. It hasn't made any attempt to tell me what the roses do. And at some point back there, you may have noticed, we picked up what can only be described as a worm. Now, I don't know what significance the worm has. I also don't remember the part of this film where Cinderella did all this platforming. But what do I know? You know, I'm not the world's biggest fan of Cinderella. It wasn't really marketed towards me. My first and favourite Disney film was The Lion King. And I will fight any... Actually, no, I think my first one was Pinocchio, which I really enjoyed. I really like Pinocchio. I don't think they do enough with Pinocchio kind of after the fact. Alright, the scarecrows now. Okay, I see where this is going. I'm gonna run past you. Ha ha! No scaring me, you straw-based bastard. I was just feeding your insides to a horse. Yeah, my first Disney film was Pinocchio because it was on TV one day over Christmas, I think. Water 2 flowers to open the gate. Wow, you actually are just making me do chores. That's horrific. You shouldn't do that to people. And I watched Pinocchio and I really liked it. And then I think it was Alice in Wonderland. I had them on VHS because my folks recorded them for me, which I guess was my first introduction to piracy, which is a practice that obviously still goes on today in a different form. And it's why I'm never against piracy, because I mean, piracy happens, you know. And obviously a Cinderella game is the best time to have an in-depth discussion about the effects of piracy on the movie industry. But yeah, so it's like Pinocchio and Alice in Wonderland, and then I really got into Disney films when The Lion King came out. Not Aladdin. Some people, I think theirs was Aladdin. To me, it was The Lion King. I did, you know, I liked Aladdin, but it just never had the impact on me that The Lion King did. This is incredibly tedious, which I suppose... I mean, we talk about games that tell story through gameplay. This is really bringing home the fact that Cinderella had a horrible life. Is this what I'm supposed to be watering, or is that bad for me, or what? Yeah, I think I should have watered the other one. Whoops. It doesn't matter, it's, I think it's on the way back there anyway. Oh, there's a tumbleweed. There we go, just water that. Can I carry on this way now, past the rocks, or those magical rocks that only move? Oh, no, it's not the rocks. Never mind. I mean, we talk about, you know, how gameplay can often tell a story through the mechanics of the game. And I think that's what's happening here, is, you know, we're learning about the trials and the hardships of Cinderella's life by having to do all the menial bullshit that her evil stepsisters made her do. Like, you live here, you don't pay any rent, so you should help out around the house. Oh, we're so evil. See, you know you're getting old and a little bit cynical when you start siding with the bad guys in Disney princess films. It's not a very well-designed garden, is it, this? You wouldn't really want to... Why have they got so many sunflowers? Is there like a growing... I was going to say... I should have said budding, really, shouldn't I? I'm sorry, I missed that. Is there an exploding market for... I'm sorry, where's my canister gone? Where? Water the damn plant. Water the plant, you useless harlot. Oh, Cinderella, it's no wonder that nobody likes you. Have I actually got to go and refill the watering can? Is it going to make me do that? Is it some tedious bullshit thing? Really? Yes, I believe it is. Also, I think I got hit at some point, but what does it matter? I don't think it matters at all. Alright, fine. There we go. Probably should have done that at the start. Out of the way, bunny bastard. You could help, couldn't you? You could be of some use to me. Instead of making me suffer all this on my own, you magical animal arseholes who turn up in the morning to help me put my apron on just so I can go out and do all this. You could help, but you don't, because you're evil. You're evil, evil, evil bastards. I mean, would it kill you? You know, we've obviously got magical scarecrows, which I presume if they're moving like that means they're sentient, which is a little bit disconcerting. You know, we're supposed to care about Cinderella. Nobody thinks about the living, breathing embodiment of pain and suffering that is a scarecrow stuck to its one freaking spot. Still, our scarecrows are the best in the land. You might even go so far as to say that they're outstanding in their field. I'm not even going to apologise for that. What are we doing now? What is this nonsense? Press B. For what, exactly? For what am I pressing B? Oh. Goddamn moles. Catch 6 falling apples to open the gate. Uh-huh. This really is just Cinderella's busy work, the game. Some sort of harrowing prequel to the film. Did we get that one? Oh, we've got 2. And we have 3. We're getting attacked by a mole at the same time. Excellent. Where's the part where Cinderella goes hunting for moles? Because I feel like that should probably happen. What? What was that? I got a little fanfare. And then nothing. Oh no. Oh, yeah, right, you are getting me because the collision detection is atrocious. I don't know why I expected it to be any better than atrocious. Particularly. Right, so we got 6 of those. Now the gate's open. Oh no, I fell over. Oh, I collapsed. Oh, woe is me. Oh, I see. So the crowns are my lives. The I guess the roses, if I get enough of them, I get extra lives. And the ribbon that I must that I think I misconstrued as a worm is in fact my health. Alright, well that's good to know. I've picked that up from context. Which, I do worry if the target audience for this game would be able to pick that up from context. I'm not saying that kids are stupid, just that, well alright, I guess I'm saying that kids are stupid. On the topic of target audience, this is a game for Cinderella, right? And it was released on the Game Boy Advance in whatever year it was. Was Cinderella relevant? Was it Cinderelevant? Oh, I just got an extra life for no reason. Okay. Ooh, there's another film. Brilliant. This is the part of the film where she comes in from doing all her chores so that she can carry up some lunch to her adoring family who are all the way up that ridiculous flight of stairs. And then the animals start doing the typical Disney animal thing where they run around with scissors, which is safe. And then with the mice. Righto then. I mean, kudos, I guess, for variety in gameplay. You know, shoulder charge. Yeah, see that? Throw buttons at spiders? What? Right, okay. Haven't got any buttons. And we keep getting those scrolls, and I don't know what the hell they're. Can we shoulder charge through that? Yes, we can. Excellent. Oh no, there's a spider. Did we fall to our death, or is that the way you're supposed to go? There's no way of telling. Alright, we'll just pass that. Kill this spider with a button. As I say, kudos to whoever made this for kind of popping in a little bit of variety here. You know, you've gone from Cinderella's tedious, menial existence to some mice who have a similar tedious and menial existence. Takes a while to load for a Game Boy Advance game. Oh, wow. Oh, now that's quite cool. The way you've integrated the video into the level there, that's genuinely quite impressive. Well done. I'm actually quite impressed by that part. If that was done by one guy, like if that was his contribution, I'd like to single out that guy, or girl, woman, lady, whatever. Yeah, Cinderella not the best game to talk about traditional gender roles, is it, really? And just say well done for your effort there. Your contribution is appreciated. At least one person and the people who watch this video will notice that and say, yes, that was actually kind of cool. Well done. The rest of it's just kind of like standard 2D platformer, which you'd expect with it being on the Game Boy Advance, home of the standard 2D platformer. But that bit with the cat there looking through, I like that. Well done. See, what I should have been doing from the beginning of this video is just telling you all that this is actual leaked footage from Kingdom Hearts 3. Although it's actually not Kingdom Hearts 3, it's Kingdom Hearts 2.99999 recurring, because they don't seem to be able to number their goddamn games properly. I am of the understanding that there is a Kingdom Hearts 2.8 coming out. I think it's 2.8, which is just ridiculous. Call it something else. Call it Kingdom Hearts 2 Reloaded, or maybe not Reloaded. Reloaded's a terrible example. But something with a bit of effort in, guys. See, that's context and player ingenuity. I kind of figured I'd have to do that because it didn't look like your standard wall. That's really bad level design. You've made it look like I should go over there, but then there's nothing there and you can't actually get over there anyway. Yeah, context and ingenuity of players. Which again, I feel may be slightly lacking in your intended audience. Just a hunch. Unless, maybe, thinking out loud again, maybe this is a... not so much a companion game, but like something to try and capitalise on the popularity of Kingdom Hearts. Because obviously Kingdom Hearts is going to have introduced a whole new generation, especially people who play video games, to classic Disney franchises. So maybe they wanted to release something of a video game that could kind of capitalise on that interest. In which case, the standard 2D platformer is a pretty good shout, because I like 2D platformers. The fact that I'm still playing this, even though it's pretty generic, is testament to the fact that you can release a standard 2D platformer and people who like video games will probably play it, because it's just kind of what we grew up on. You know, this is very much my comfort zone. This is my my wheelhouse, if you like. And the design's not terrible. The collision boxes are hilariously broken, but then you are using sort of huge animated sprites that don't necessarily lend themselves very well to precision platforming, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. You get a lot of health, and it's not difficult, so I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, things are happening. Doings are transpiring. I'll tell you what, playing as mice in a Disney game does kind of remind me. One of Disney's lesser known, often forgotten... Oh, there's a boss fight! I love a good boss fight! Oh, you can give me a boss fight any day, mate. That's... yeah, I'm all about this now. Bring it on. Smack him in the face. Fully animated cat. Look at him. Yeah, that's alright, that. It's quite clever. Well done, you. I'm going to stand over here. There's a delay, annoyingly, when you land on the floor. There's a delay between when you land and when you can press the B button to shoot the buttons. Also, his reach is ridiculous. I don't understand how it works, to be perfectly honest. But this is, yeah, I quite like this. It's quite a good, what I think this would be good for, actually, is like if you have a very young child, this wouldn't be a bad introduction to what video games are about. Because it's got all your standards. You know, teaching you context through game design and ingenuity, and that you have to kind of think a little bit about the level design and the level of challenge you're on. Boss battles, platforming, it's all kind of standard. Oh, look, here we go, another scene from the film. Except now they've given up on the video and they're just going to give you some still images because they look much better. So, yeah, one of the... oh no, we're back on the video. One of the more underrated and lesser known Disney films that I really liked is Basil the Great Mouse Detective, which I would love to see in Kingdom Hearts, incidentally, and is something that I think... it's a really good film. It's just a really good telling, like, reimagining of Sherlock Holmes in the same way that Robin Hood is a really good reimagining of Robin Hood. What are we doing? Burst some pink bubbles. Alright then. Oh, we're that crazy woman. The fairy god lady. Doing a shmup. Okay. This is how magic works. Those of you that played the Harry Potter games and watched Harry Potter, you were all wrong. This is how magic works. But yeah, how are you supposed to get that one? Nope, that's made that fall. Oh well. Oh no, we made it. And there we have a chariot of pumpkins. But yeah, if you haven't watched it before, if you're into Disney films, go watch Basil the Great Mouse Detective. It's a very good little film. One of my favourites from when I was a kid. And would probably do well with something like this, actually, to bring it to a newer audience, if you like. Although these days it'd probably just be a mobile game that you'd have to buy cheese or something in. Not that I'm cynical and jaded at all. That went on for a lot longer than than I thought it would. But it's done, and now we get to come back to going to the ball, I guess. Here's a Game Boy Advance-esque representation of what that might look like. There's Cinderella with her mangled, garbled face. Here are some guards trying to not look at her mangled, garbled face, just to be polite. And try to stay in the spotlight. Okay, I guess now we're going to have a dance. And perform special steps. We're going to have a rhythm-based dance. With the prince, while avoiding the other dancers. Good God, dancing got difficult all of a sudden. Alright, so here we are in the spotlight, having a little dance. Romance is blooming in the air, and we're trying to avoid running into people, because that would be... that would probably ruin the romance of the moment, really, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Whoop. Yep. Oh, there's applause. People are applauding our ability to stand in a spotlight and nearly fall over. Nobody ever does that when I go dancing. They just kind of point and laugh, and I end up on people's Snapchats. So, can we just do these? Oh, we can. Okay. So you're wondering why this has gone on for so long, and the reason is I'm moderately intrigued by the different types of gameplay that they've managed to put into this. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not particularly well made. But if you were to come to me and say, oh, Zed, we need you to... I'm going to just run over here and grab that all of a sudden. No? Maybe not? Oh, there we go. If you said, oh, Zed, we need you to reimagine classic children's film Cinderella as a Game Boy Advance game, I wouldn't come up with this stuff. I'd be like, well, let's just have... I don't know what I'd do. You know those... like the handhelds. At some point I'm going to have to play one. Yeah, get the hell out of my way. Chip, chip. Ooh, you are ruining my perfect evening. Get back over there quick. I'd probably do, you know, the handheld ports of The Sims, where you just control the one guy and you have to keep his health and whatever up. I'd probably do that, but for Cinderella. I'd probably try and keep her mental state up while she's going through, first of all, the torment, and then the madness of suddenly having a magical fairy godmother. And then the elation of meeting the perfect man who's a bit thick because he doesn't realise that, like, she has a face that he could look at and recognise her by. And all the sadness of what's about to happen and blah, 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 blah. And you just kind of keep your mental state up, and failure conditions would be that she goes mad and just stabs everybody in her family with a shoe. Oh, she's running away! And the music really doesn't reflect that at all. Her and her garbled face, but she's left a shoe. Do we now play as the prince? Nope, no, we're going to run away from the guards in this auto-scrolling level. Why? Oh god, there's a cat. Why are the guards chasing me? I thought we just ran home. I can't get up there. How are you supposed to get up there? It doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, alright, you can run up to this level, but only in certain positions, apparently. Alright, there we go. That's better. Now I see what's going on. See, context and challenge through environment. And we don't want to get spat at by the fountain. So why are we running away? And there's some sort of... There's the Doctor Twins who administer leeches, because I think that's the time period that this game's setting. And they just kind of hang out at the front looking for people who might need leeches attaching to their face. I don't necessarily understand the purpose of this section, if I'm honest with you. I thought she just went home. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is stuff I'd never come up with. I'd never think, well, you know, how do we work in a auto-scrolling platformer level? Well, we'll just make it so that when Cinderella's running away from the ball, she's being chased by guards. It's like, oh, okay, why? I don't know. Why not? Move the fuck out of the way! Standing there a-hemming at me. Like I've just pushed in the queue at the post office. I'll a-hem you in a minute in the face with a shoe. That I no longer have because I left it on the stairs of the palace. Which is kind of the plot of the film. Ahem. Well, I've never been so insulted in all my life. Well, alright, probably have. Alright, you move. I'll run around you that way. Bloody ahem. Give you an ahem, mate. And then I presume there's another one, because everything seems to have 3 stages. Which is pretty standard. Has anyone ever stopped to wonder why we did the 3-stage thing? I mean, obviously they've gone, yeah, and we'll have 3 stages of that, but why? Why couldn't you just do it once? What do you gain by doing it thrice? Other than giving me an excuse to use the word thrice. Somebody should really fix those fountains. I don't think they're supposed to spew like that. I don't think any part of a Cinderella game should invoke the word spew, really. It's probably not kid safe. What are we doing now? Oh, there's more! Oh, good, it continues. Into some foxes. What's with the bushes? Oh, right, they slow you down. That's kind of clever. It's kind of clever. And this bridge has holes in it. Has anyone noticed that the bridge has holes in it? It's probably not safe. Although I think they're supposed to be bricks. They just look like holes because lol, Game Boy Advance graphics. You've certainly got to run a long way, haven't you, Cinderella? Old Cindy. Cindy Pants. Cinderoo. Alright, oh, there's more. We're running through a forest that has rocks and stuff in it. These guards are really, really persistent. What do they even want to catch me for? Did I steal something? Do they think I stole something? Is that what's happening? They think I made off with the silverware? Is it because I've suddenly turned into a povertous-looking tramp of a woman? That's incredibly insensitive. That's racial profiling. Well, it's not, is it? It's stereotyping of a nature, though. War on the poor. Cinderella lives in a Tory government. I'll leave that to my British fans to explain to you all. And we keep getting these scrolls, and I don't know what they're for. The game has made absolutely no effort to explain to me what they're for. So I can only assume they're probably not that important. Because the game's just like, yeah, well, you know, pick these up if you want, but really they've just been left there. They're from another game, a far better game. Oh, come on! Oh, this is getting a little bit tedious now. It's slowly eroding all the goodwill that we'd built up through all the variety and everything. It's a bit sad. You were doing well, Cinderella. Now you're just depressing me again with your tedious monotony. Unless that, again, is kind of like a thematic gameplay point, you know. The tedium of this stage is to demonstrate the tedium to which Cinderella is returning now that her marvellous night of wonderment is over. Or it's just really lazily designed. Okay, and we're back to the film. I mean the story. Oh my god, it's the evil stepmother and she's locked me in my bedroom. You know, these days that wouldn't have quite the same effect because obviously we've all got computers and phones and games consoles and things. If anything, to have that kind of effect now, you'd have to lock us outside. Oh, and with the mice again. I quite like the mice. This will be fun. Or not. What are those? What is going on? Can I go... No, this is very much 2D, even though it looks... Ooh, hello. That was odd. You can shoulder charge through pieces of bread. Of course you can. Everything drips in this place. Cinderella does a terrible job of cleaning up. What are these? See, I think they're... Oh, right, they're peas. I was going to say at this point you just got lazy and you just started drawing random circles. Alright, you can stand on the bread, on the butter even. And then the butter kind of slides onwards across the surface of the table. This is a lot of bread. From this we can deduce that all anyone eats in this house is bread, butter and peas. It's kind of like Ina Garten's Christmas salad or something. Oh, you can also use the R button as a dash. It's something that I've picked up from context. If I stand here, nope, that's fine. Ooh, there's some sort of stew with potato. Oh god, the potatoes vanish and then you die horribly. Alright. That's fine. Kind of invisible, it's a disappearing platform kind of dealio. And grapes? Yeah, they're grapes. I was going to say jelly beans, but I think that's not really in keeping with... Oh, no, jump. There we go. Jelly beans probably aren't a thing in this universe. Look at all those spoons. Who needs that many spoons? Is this the washing... See, I thought maybe this is the washing up pile. Also, it keeps giving me those buttons to throw at stuff, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be throwing them at. We'll try it the next time that it throws grapes or whatever at us. We'll give that a go. This is actually easier than the level with the spiders in it, bizarrely. Or I've just got braver, you know, as I understand the mechanics a bit more now. Understand the mechanics, as if it's like a Civilization clone and not just a standard 2D platformer. Oh, I understand the mechanics and the deep, intricate systems that are at play here. Yes. It's a platformer. You jump on things. You know, I said it got easier, and I'm actually now close to death. Alright, yep, you can knock the grapes out of the way with buttons, but then they just respawn. Right, that was 3 stages of that. So now, yep, now we have more cutscene. Oh, he's in the pocket. And he's stealing the key. Can't trust these mice with anything. 98% of all petty thefts are actually purported by rodents. This is something that I've just completely made up and is in fact a lie. And now we are inside a clock, which is quite symbolic for a mouse, I guess. It's showing me all this stuff, I don't know what it means. It's showing me the whole level, I need to go up there and press R. So I just need to do some platforming, get to the top and press R. Activate the switch. You could have just said that, and I would have known what that meant. Oh, right, okay, so the bells are bad. Don't go when they're belling. Also, for some reason, you could stand on pointy cog things and... Oh, no. Okay, so I'm not terrible at this. It's just that you can't jump if you're only... See... Right, this is kind of an example of what I'm talking about. Did you see how I just picked up that cheese? That my sprite was nowhere near? It's kind of a problem in this section because it's asking you to do slightly more precise things. Except the sort of precision is impossible because you don't know what size and where your sprite actually is. So I'm going to have to be slightly careful. Oh no, that was going that way. Also, I can't tell which way the cogs are going until I'm standing on them. And I feel like I should go get that. What am I standing on now? I'm standing on nothing. This part's slightly less enjoyable purely because the mechanics are kind of half-assed. And I'm here. Oh, there we go. Just shoulder barge it. Yeah, you fall off really, really easily. because I don't know where the bounding box is for the sprite. So, this might now get harder for reasons that are nothing to do with the design of the game and everything to do with the execution, which is the worst reason for a game to get harder. But it's okay, you know, we're making progress. We're no longer making progress. Alright. Yeah, see, it happened again. Obviously, generally, you want to jump in most games when you get to the edge of the platform, but in this, you don't know where the edge of the platform is, because you don't know where you are in relation to the edge of the platform. Which is bad design. Also, am I going up there, or what? What is this? What is this now? How do I... Aha! Context. Push the key with a shoulder charge and scare Lucifer by throwing buttons. Excellent! Yeah, get out of here, Lucifer. Nope. Nope, damn it. Nope, nope. Come on. Push the... Bugger off. The mechanics for this are really, really weird, and they don't seem to make any sense. Oh no! Help, I'm stuck. Because you shoulder barge the thing. Like, okay. But then... It's really... It doesn't... How is this working? Other than it isn't. Because look, it's just stuck there. Put it down. Or you can just push it by walking into it. Apparently. Did we do it? I think we did it just by the grace of randomness. That didn't make any goddamn sense. That was really terrible. I'm sorry you had to watch that. And now here's a doorman. I guess if we open the door, that makes us a dormouse. Oh, and here comes Cinderella. And the man's looking at her foot. And he puts the slipper on her foot. And he thinks, Tarantino would be proud. And the bells ring. And peace reigns throughout the land. And everybody's mangled their faces so that Cinderella feels less left out on her wedding day. Which is nice of them. And they wave from their chariot, which is no longer made of a pumpkin. The mice throw confetti. It's all lovely. They are later eaten by the cat, because now nobody cares about what happens to them, because they've served their purpose in the plot. And I think, as they say, Cinderella lived happily ever after. Oh, there it is, in fact, and they lived happily ever after. It's almost like I know the plot already. And I guess that was Cinderella. Produced by some people, directed by some more people. All of these people were somehow involved in the making of that game. You do have to question why it took so many people. Special thanks to those guys. Well done to them too. You guys get some accolades as well. Yeah, that guy, Greg McBride, there he is. Now the reason that I'm keeping up with this is because I want to know if there's any... Oh, maybe not. I thought it might tell me what the purpose of the scrolls were. Is this what the scrolls are for? Is this what I've been collecting the whole time? Is this it, really? Just images from the film, recreated on a Game Boy Advance? Wow, that was worth it. Have we unlocked all the movie clips? I think we've unlocked all the movie clips, yes. Yes, we can have all of the movie clips. Just in case you want to watch a 16-bit recreation of Cinderella, having played through it. So that was Cinderella, and I guess in the end it actually wasn't horrible. And now that we've done it, and beaten it on video, we can all live happily ever after.